Boom, I'm back with another video talking about the car, talking about the SRT, getting some things done on it today. I'm shooting this probably a few days after the last vlog, but I'm not going to tell you guys every little detail that I'm doing on it. Just gonna hit some highlights on here because there's some videos that I've been watching on the internet of some people and their mods and such that they're doing on their cars and repairs. And there's some videos that are out there. There's some videos that don't quite have little details in them that you kind of need to know, or maybe that you want to know. And I'm going to point out a couple on this vlog. But I got a repair that I got to do on the sunroof, because as you know, if you have a car with a sunroof, and this can be with newer cars, it can be with older cars, the sunroofs in some ways, you know, they have drainage systems in them, and they have to be maintained and kept clean. And I've done some maintenance and inspected some areas on it, and there's an area that needs some attention because it leaks. And I found another video up on YouTube where one guy was having the same problem. It was caused from some water backing up, and some of the glue starts to pull away from the metal, because there's where the motor mounts up on the sunroof is plastic, so it's kind of bolted up to the metal, but they use some glue, some filler in between. And some of that water will run over that glue, or I guess break down the glue, run into the plastic and start to leak down onto the headliner. So it's a problem that's just caused over time from the water backing up and trash getting in there. So if you guys have a sunroof and you're driving, you know, with the sunroof down, make sure you keep those tracks cleaned out to prevent debris from falling down in there. Second thing that I'm doing, that I'm going to show you today, is the air filter. It's got one of the Mopar air cleaners on there, so you can clean it out or take it off and clean it. That's what I'm going to do today. Put it in a bucket, clean it off. There's some videos out there on that for the cold air induction. If you guys want to go check them out, I'm not going to show you what I'm doing here, but there is a specific way that you can take that filter out of the car, and try not to bend it up so much. Because when I first bought the car, one of the first things I noticed when I looked at the air filter, that it was all bent up, and I didn't understand why it was bent up until I went to take it out. I'm in the back seat of the car. That's the C-pillar. I've taken both of those loose on both sides because I pulled this headliner down from the back and inspected the sunroof. That's the front of the car. I'm going to pull back the headliner here at the back and show you what I'm talking about. And yeah, we can kind of see up in here. Let me try and get it focused, but you can see the plastic piece at the top here. It goes around. At least I hope you can see. Get it in focus here. You can see this piece right here. This plastic up in there. And I can't really get my hand up in there and film at the same time. But there's a plastic tube that connects right there that gets backed up or slow to drain, and it kind of starts to leak over right up underneath this, right up underneath that fitting right there. It leaks down, and you kind of see the spots on there. The plastic, it comes down from the center of the plastic where the plastic meets the metal, because they kind of fuse that up with the tracks on there and use some glue. If you look forward, you can kind of see the light, a little bit of light from the sunroof, where it kind of comes through up there in there. And you see the little brown strip at the bottom. On the right side of the brown strip, it's lighter than the left side. You can see where water has been dripping down and hitting that as well. And I think that's just from some of the seal that's across the top. I'm going to change that seal and take the sunroof out and change that seal too. There's some good videos out there on YouTube. People pulling the headliners off to clean them or what have you. You know, talking about where leaks are coming from. But before you start pulling anything off, inspect your headliner. You know, look for the leaks, because it's going to tell you exactly where you need to go. It's going to give you a little bit of roadmap for where to look if you pull the headliner off. So be sure to compare those two, and just don't go yanking stuff apart without knowing what you're doing So I got the Mopar cold air intake. You see where the air filter was. See all the brown stuff in there? That's pretty much from where the radiator overflowed. I'm sure it probably overheated. I'm gonna inspect that cap. But what I was talking about on this air filter, a lot of them you see are bent up like this. That's because of the power steering over here. This gets squeezed in there, and a lot of people, when they squeeze this to make it fit, a good way to try and prevent that wrinkling is to go face down first and then install it. It can kind of minimize some of that wrinkling. When you put it in like this. When you take it out the same way. It's got a little coupler between these two that fits in there. So take apart at the coupler, or you can try it taking it apart right here just as well. Once I pull this filter out, I knew I was going to clean it. I'm going to experiment with the cleaning. I'm more than likely, over time, I don't know how much time, but I'll get a new one to put back in there. But I'm going to experiment with cleaning this one and trying to get it straightened up just a little bit. But that's pretty much all I got for you today. Maybe a little bit of short vlog, unless you guys want to go do some jiu-jitsu with me. How about that? And I just had one of these and played some Fortnite. I didn't stream it though. Check out my other videos if you want to see some of the streams on the Fortnite that I do. But I did get a victory today. I got that dub. First win on this new season of Fortnite and the new design. I think my most recent stream was me kind of evaluating the new season of Fortnite, talking about the guns, talking about the terrain, and opening up some new terrain. Go check it out. Nothing really spectacular with the fighting, but little tours on the map or what have you. Just go check it out if you want to. But now it's time. Got my rash guard for Jiu Jitsu.
All the way through. Now sit to that outside. Sit to that outside, Josh. Nice. All the way up. All the way up on your knees, Josh.
Stephen Greg Payne and Easton Travis. To back feet as a board.
Also, Josh. Make sure it's
Miguel Marroquin and Cole Allo to back E. Miguel Marroquin and Cole Allo to back E.
There it is, Josh. Finish it. Get it, Josh. Get it, Josh. Use it to sweep too. Yeah, good job, guys. That's okay.
Oh yeah.
Shoot, it's the next day already. I decided to insert a little clip of my grappling tournament from earlier this year. Hope you enjoyed that little clip instead of showing more of the jiu-jitsu class. But I want to cover one more thing before I wrap this video, and that's the HID headlights on the car. As you know, there's videos of this on YouTube, HID headlights. Sometimes one of them flickers, goes out. Seems to me they're more of a problem than anything, so I'm probably looking to switch from HID to LED. So let me know what you think about that switch in the comments, which bulbs that you like best. So the lights themselves look pretty good, but they disabled the fog lights. The bright lights aren't the HID, so they're just regular and they look orange next to them. But this little computer over here, this module controls the HIDs. And this headlight over here, usually after I drive, it goes off. It'll flicker sometimes and then it just go off. I'm pretty sure it's the bulb, not anything else, but I kind of mess around with the wires on the inside and I don't get any kind of flicker. But it's probably something I'll change out. It's good I come out here today because these right here need to be replaced. So I'm kind of glad that I went out there, picked up the mail while I was at it, and may go get this part today, or may wait a little bit later in the day. It's Friday, and I'm probably gonna live stream some Fortnite. So if you see that video up in the queue, that's what I'm doing right now. But get out of here. I'll give you some more updates in a future vlog. Until then, Ultimate Expression 2023.